This is one of the best foundations, or the best foundation I ever tried. Alright everyone, so let's get started. So as you probably noticed, or probably not, I don't know, I've been gone for quite some time. I'm really passionate about makeup. I really love makeup, but it was kind of becoming a chore because I really wanted to put a Makeup Monday every single week. So I really just wanted to take a break and get back to it slowly. I'm not sure if I am going to be uploading every single Mondays. I might upload once every 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but I really want to keep the channel alive. I have so much fun building this community and having fun with makeup. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this backdrop. I feel like it's so alive. It's a lot it's fun. It's really fun. And look at them. They're so happy. Okay, I'm fine. I like it. I like my plant. This plant, what the hell? Okay, is it missing a piece? I used to be that kind of person that bought plants and they just died instantly. But like, I bought plants and they're living. So yeah, I think this is really fun. It's much more alive than my white wall. But anyways, okay, I need to stop talking. Today, we're going to jump right into the makeup. I'm so excited. I have a makeup look in mind inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest. So I'm going to show you on the screen right now. Today's makeup look is going to be a very colorful, and it's kind of going to be kind of like that makeup look sunset, purple, orange type of thing. I really want to try that. I'm going to start by moisturizing my skin. I've been using really often the lighter version of this moisturizer. This is the Sensitive Chamomile Moisturizer, and this one is the balm texture, so it's a lot richer. I usually use the lighter version of that on a regular basis, but this one is very thick. I tried it once, and I think it might be a little bit too rich for my skin type because I did break out when I used it, but I still want to use it up. So I'm probably going to use this as a night cream. So I'm just going to massage this into my face. Alright, so my face is moisturized. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be priming my lids. As per usual, I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I'm just going to take a little bit of that with my finger and I'm going to prime my lids. I'm just going to tap that on my lids from inner to outer corner, and I'm going to be very generous with this. I really want to prime the whole area because I'm not sure how far I want to take my eyeshadow. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to be using a liner. This is the Illuminating, this is the Illuminating pencil. I'm not really familiar with this brand. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I've been quite liking it. This is in the shade Electric Blue. And I'm going to use this as a base for the dark blue we're going to apply, so that the blue will have a lot of payoff and will be as rich as possible. So I'm just going to tap that on my outer corner. I'm not taking this on the lid. I'm mainly putting this in my crease and on my lower lash line. I really want to just get the shape. And with a very small compact brush, this is a Lavish blender brush, I'm just going to go on top and start to like just do some very small tapping motion to blend some of these edges. So next, what I'm going to be using, I'm going to be taking my Morphe 24A Depotted palette, and I'm going to be taking that very pretty intense blue shade. I'm going to take that with the same Lavish brush, and I'm just going to take this shade and pack this on top of the pencil we just applied. And I'm not going to care too much about the fallout because we are going to clean it up after. I feel like this is too blue and I want it to be more purple. So I'm going to be taking the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm going to go into the shade called Not My Journey, which is a really pretty bright purple shade. And I'm just going to take that and place this on top of the blue, just to make it a tinge more purple. Oh yes, this is perfect. That's a pretty combination. That's perfect. I'm going to take a JH40 brush, which is a very small tapered blender brush. And I'm going to start with some of the orange. I'm going to be taking the shade Feelin' Myself, which is a bright orange shade. Or actually, I think I'm going to go in with the shade My Man, which is even brighter. And I'm just going to start and tap this right after the blue purple shade and keeping this in the crease. I think I'm going to take that with a even smaller brush. I'm going to take that with the JH42 brush, which is very, very small and precise. And I'm just going to use that to mainly place the orange shade down. And I'm also going to take just a little bit behind the blue shade. All right, and now I'm just going to do some back and forth between the purple and the blue shade until I have the intensity and the blend that I want. But I do want to keep this purple shade quite compact. Next, I'm going to take another very compact brush. This is a Luna Magic brush, which I also got in a BoxyCharm. And I'm going to take this time the bright yellow shade, which is called No Joke. But with this shade, I'm going to place that right here next to the blue and under some of the orange. And I'm going to be blending the orange with the yellow. I just want like a wash of yellow, nothing too crazy. Now again, I'm just going to do some back and forth, and I feel like this look is not as purple as I want it, so I'm going to go into the shade Therapist Sesh, which is an even brighter purple shade. I really like this shape we have going on the outer corner. It's really interesting, and I'm kind of using the shape of the brush to help me create that shape. And I do want to keep the center of my lid skin toned, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Certified from the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is a skin tone type of shade, and I'm just going to place that right here in the center of my lid. Alright, so I think what we have going on is fine. I kind of have some difficulty trying to blend this yellow, but I think when we'll have the lashes and everything, it's going to look just fine. Alright, so now we're going to start working on our inner corners. So I'm kind of going to be taking the same steps. So I'm going to start by taking my gel paint liner in the shade Electric Blue. I'm going to deepen out my inner corners. So I'm just going to start and tap this, oh god, in the very center of my inner corner crease. And then with the same brush, I'm going to set it down with the Royal shade from the 24A palette. We need to do the same steps to have the same color. So I'm just going to take some of that blue shade and I'm going to dust off the excess and just place that on top. And then I'm going to go in with the purple shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm going to do the same thing. And then with another very small brush, this is a very small pencil brush, I'm going to go into this palette right here, which is the Oden's Eye Alva 2 palette. And I'm going to go into the shade called Blue Peafowl, which is a really pretty light blue shade. And I'm going to be taking that underneath. And I'm going to take that underneath our crease we just created in our inner corners. I'm just going to do some very small tapping motions to build the color up. Oh my god, these Oden's eyeshadows are the best shadows I ever tried in my whole life. They're so freaking good. Look at this light blue, it's so bright. Alright, and I'm going to go back in with the purple and intensifying that inner corner. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this look right now. It's kind of simple, but I like the color placement. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye really quickly and I'll be right back. Alright, so next we're going to take some makeup wipes and I'm going to remove all the fallout I have on my cheeks because I have a lot right now. Next, I think I want to go ahead and use some mascara just to bring the look together. So I'm going to be using my Yves Rocher Intense Métamorphose mascara. I've been really liking it. I've been using it on a regular basis. And I'm going to do a very generous coat of this mascara. All right, so now we're going to start working on the complexion. And things hasn't changed. This is one of the best foundations, or the best foundation I ever tried. It's so comfortable, it's so natural, it has a nice amount of coverage, it's super buildable. So I'm going to take that foundation, I'm going to take a little bit on my face. You really do not need a lot of this. And same goes with the foundation brush. This foundation brush is freaking amazing. I'm going to be taking, did I say which foundation this was? This is the Rare Beauty foundation in the shade 140C. And this is also the Rare Beauty foundation brush. So I'm just going to blend this foundation in my skin using this brush. Let me know in the comments below if you're tired of seeing me using these products. Like, they're just so good, they're just so amazing, and I don't really have anything new to try. So I'm also going to be using the Rare Beauty concealer. It's also in the shade 140C, and I'm just going to place a little bit of this on my under eye and where I do tend to have some redness. And I'm also going to blend this in with my foundation brush, because this is a really fast way to blend concealer instead of taking like a small concealer brush. Yeah, and I really like this brush because it does not absorb too much product. Next, for my bronzer, it's been quite some time since I last used this product for my bronzer. This is the Tower 28 Illuminating bronzer in the shade West Coast, and this bronzer is amazing. It's really pretty. If you want to look glowy, bronzed, amazing, this one is really good. I'm going to be taking the butt of my sponge. I'm going to grab some of that bronzer, do some testing on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to start and bounce that on the perimeter of my face, just to give a little bit of dimension because I'm looking like a ghost right now. Here we go, I'm looking very bronzed, I really like it. For my blush, I feel like this makeup look is going to be perfect with this blush right here. This is the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Joy. I'm going to be taking a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to grab that with a dual fiber brush. And I'm going to remove most of it on my wrist. You really do not need a lot of this. And I'm just dabbing that on the very high points of my cheeks. That's a lot. Woo! Okay, I'm just going to take my sponge and go over some of that because I went a little bit crazy really quickly. Next, I think I really wanted to try this highlight again. This is the Space Prophecy highlight from Kaleidos. So I'm going to be taking my Milk Makeup Translucent powder. I'm going to take that with a very small fluffy brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. And I'll just take a little bit of that powder and place that under my eyes. But just a little bit. I just want to set this down. And I think I'm also going to take a very big fluffy brush with that powder, but I'm just going to take a really little bit of that, and I'm just going to set certain areas of my face where I do want to reduce some of the texture. So for example, around my chin, I do have some texture around my temples, so I'm just going to take a little bit of powder there also. My voice was not recording this whole time. What the hell? I'm pissed. Okay, at least you saw the eye portion. Okay, but I'm just going to sum what I just did right after my voice stopped filming. I just went ahead and set certain areas of my face down using a big fluffy brush. And then for my lips, I went ahead and used the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. And I just lined my lips really lightly. And then I went ahead and used the Velvet Lip Perfector in the shade Number 1, which I did not really like that much because it was a little bit too brown. So I decided to go on top using something a little bit more pink. So I used the Kosas lipstick in the shade Rosewater and topped it off with a little bit of gloss using the Colourpop and Raw Beauty Christy gloss in the shade Glacier. I also decided to use some of the highlight. So this is the Kaleidos Prophecy highlight, and I took it on a very small brush and just hit the very high points of my cheeks. And I also off camera did my brows, so I filled my brows in using my Yves Rocher brow pencil in the shade Blonde, and I set them in place using the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. And I think that's pretty much all I did. I also just added a little bit more purple on my lower lash line and also added some lower lash mascara. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm really happy to be back. I have a lot of fun. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup look. I feel like this is a really nice take on a sunset purple orange classic makeup look, but like with a editorial touch. I really enjoy it. But yeah, so if you enjoyed today's makeup look and today's video, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.